Good morning. It's Thursday, May 15th, right around 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bitcoin is currently trading around 102,000. And I've been thinking, working alongside 10 other trainers and about 50 clients at my studio, I've noticed that very few, I don't know anyone that owns any Bitcoin yet. They've talked about it. But this to me highlights how early we are in this journey. I firmly believe Bitcoin has the potential to grow 30% to 60% annually over the next decade. That's why I'm dedicating a significant portion of my business profits to it and using tools like SwipeCoin and Levels from the Iovia Academy have been invaluable in helping me navigate the market with confidence. And right now, this is the Levels tool, and we're looking at it on the weekly time frame. We can look at it at all kind of time frames. But the reason why I thought this might be good for you to see this is that this is actually a 2-year window. So right now we're May 15th. So right here is where we're at. It says May 12th, but this is a weekly chart. So it's going to be every 7 days. Each candle is 1 week. So all this, each candle was 1 week. Now this goes all the way back to May 15th. If you can see it, very small, May 15th, 2023. That's 2 years ago. Where can you see what the price was 2 years ago? $27,000 2 years ago. What is it today? $102,000. That's, it's just, I don't think we're going to get this many. This is just really, I feel, is unusual, and I'm so grateful that this is happening. But and that's the thing, and it's not too late, because a lot of what I've been hearing from professionals is that it's very possible that it could continue to grow 30 to 60% year over year. Now, there's basically 5 key reasons why I feel Bitcoin is sound money and it's growing relevance. Number 1 is Bitcoin has a limited supply. Bitcoin has a capped supply of 21 million coins, making it a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. One of my mentors said that by 2034, about 99% of all the Bitcoin will have been minted or produced by then. So by 2034, it's 2025 right now. By 2034, approximately 99% of all the Bitcoin is only ever going to be 21 million. That's the thing. It is a limited supply. So that's the one important thing I feel like I want you to understand. It's a limited supply of only 21 million Bitcoins. And one of my mentors said it's literally like a Bitcoin gold rush. We are literally, it's a game of accumulation right now. And if us as average, not multi-billionaire people, just average people, we have opportunity to get in now. There's a lot of big people trying to get money into it, and they still for a lot of reasons, and even regulatory reasons, they can't do it yet. For example, I'm working with one of those large investment firms, like for traditional investing, and I was talking to them about Bitcoin and all that. They don't offer it. They view it as highly speculative. And so, but the thing is, a lot of other people in their same family of businesses are getting ahead of them and are pouring billions and billions and billions of dollars into into Bitcoin. But there's so many people, like all their customers. Imagine this one large company. I don't want to, if I should say the name of them, I don't want to do that just yet, but imagine how many customers they have. Say they have hundreds of customers. Their customers do not have access to Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETFs. So we're early and there's a limited supply. The second key reason why Bitcoin is sound money and its growing relevance is number 2, decentralization and security operating on a decentralized network. Bitcoin offers enhanced security and reduces reliance on centralized financial institutions. I want you to consider learning what is decentralization and what is centralization. For example, a centralized company, for example, is like Facebook. It's owned by a person or a group of people, right? So a decentralized network is something that's not controlled by one centralized group. It's owned really by the people. The people are owning it. It's decentralized. So it's no one person or group controls it. So I encourage you to start learning, because that's one of the key factors about Bitcoin network. It's operating on a decentralized network. And so that offers better security and not a reliance on centralized financial institutions. A lot of these centralized financial institutions, decentralization is just something I want you to consider to learning more about decentralization and how it relates to Bitcoin. The third reason why Bitcoin is sound money and it is a growing relevance is number 3, global adoption trends. Only about 4% of the global population owns Bitcoin. We're in 2025, indicating significant room for growth and adoption. We're just talking about that, how I work in my studio, and I don't know anybody. I don't know everybody that comes in there, all the other trainers' clients, but I personally don't know anyone currently at our studio that owns any Bitcoin, not even a little bit. So there's so much room for growth. There's so much room. So the trends is we're currently at about 4% of the global population owns Bitcoin as of 2025. So we have a lot of room for growth and adoption. The fourth key reason why Bitcoin is sound money and its growing relevance is number 4, institutional interest. Major financial institutions and corporations are increasingly investing in Bitcoin, signaling its growing acceptance as a legitimate asset class. Do you know about, have you ever seen the show, the Shark Tank? Just look up Kevin O'Leary. If you've heard of the show, he's one of the main sharks, and see his opinion about Bitcoin. See what you think. He feels like Bitcoin and probably the crypto space will be the next largest investment sector in probably the world, or at least in our country, the USA. There's so much. Look up BlackRock, the big company BlackRock. Look them up. See what they're doing in regards to Bitcoin. These are all multi-billionaires, and what they're doing. Kevin O'Leary, just check it out yourself. Kevin O'Leary and Bitcoin, and look up BlackRock and Bitcoin. See what you come up with. And the fifth key reason why Bitcoin is sound money and its growing relevance is, drumroll, technological innovation. Bitcoin's underlying blockchain technology continues to evolve, offering solutions to various financial and technological challenges worldwide. And this is what I'm still trying to understand, to get deep into the technological innovation. That's why I don't know if I said it already today, but I feel like it's not just, Bitcoin isn't just an investment vehicle. It's not just a place where you can put money down and it's going to grow, which that's what I hope happens. And I hope for you too. But it is also a technological innovation. It's kind of like back in the 90s. I don't know if you remember when the computers first came online, and we had I remember when I graduated high school in 86, but we had computer class in the 80s, and like the DOS, you'd be typing stuff. We didn't really surf around. We didn't have the surf around the internet. But later in the 90s, it kept evolving. The technology kept evolving. And then they developed the HTTP system, HTTP, and you could build websites and all this stuff. Now look at us, 25, 30 years later, look at how big the internet is. We use it on our phones, our TVs now, and our laptops and iMacs or whatever. And we don't even think about it. See, I feel like that's the thing that's going to be 20, 30 years from now. This Bitcoin technology is going to be so mainstream, people aren't even going to be thinking about it. It's going to be the stuff that's inside of your TV and phone and computers. It's a new technology. So I encourage you to learn what you can about it. So we have the long term, and then we have the short term. If you are someone that likes or interested in day trading or scalp trading, this is not financial advice, but this is just a tool that we have called a SwipeCoin. And this is a trade I got in a few days ago and still in. They teach us, they give us these levels. If you look here, like these are level, and now this is, see, we went from a weekly time frame. Now look, I'm going to get right inside of here, and we're going to break up this one candle right here into 15 minutes. So we're going from a 1 week time frame to a 15-minute time frame. Now, if you were a member and you had access to a member of the Iovia Academy, and you had SwipeCoin and Levels, you'd be like, and you were watching this chart, this is kind of what we will be looking at. Say we're just kind of going along and we're interested in scalp trading. We're looking for some levels. We're just trying to see what's going on. Well, lo and behold, we get an idea from the Academy or from the system here, SwipeCoin. See how we're trading right inside this level right here, right in between like 104,230 to 103,967. And we're watching it and we're looking, is it going to break up or is it going to break down? We don't know, right? So we're following along, and look, it really tries to trick us. It poofs up. See this little tiny red needle right here? See, the thing about candles is really fascinating. Each one of these green and red things here are called candles. And you can look at, we can change this to line. We can change it to bars. You can change it to, I learned my system on candles. And it's because, and I even have a whole book about it, how to read candles. And I'm fascinated with candles. But watch this. Candles tell a story. So right here, it's telling us, and we're watching it inside these bars, right? We're watching it inside these, which is our zones, right? I'm going to blow this up so you can really see it good. So let's look at this candle. It pushes up. See this little pin line right here, this pin, a thin pin, and this is the body. This is the body of the candle right here, body of the candle. This is a little pin down here. This tells us that the price went down to about 103,890. But then at the end of the 15-minute cycle, it went, so it started here. So it went here. This is the one, it went right at the beginning of the 15-minute candle. It went down to 103,893. And then at the end of during the 15-minute cycle, it went all the way up to 104,180, if you can see that. And at the end of the 15-minute cycle, it went down to here, right at the top of the body of the candle. It's a 104,87. And then the next candle begins, right? And that's where it starts. What happens then? Well, the next, it goes down. You can see, the price goes down all the way to 103,914. At the end of that 15-minute candle, it stopped here, right? And then it went to the next candle. It got pushed down again to about 103,909. And at the end of that 15-minute candle, or during the 15-minute candle, sorry, it went all the way up to 104,141. At the end of the 15-minute candle, it comes right to the body and then goes to the next 15-minute candle. I'm going to do it a couple more times to get a good understanding. See the pin? It got pushed all the way up to the top of the range here, 104,183. During the 15-minute candle, it went all the way down to 104,002. And at the end of the 15-minute candle, it stopped here, and then it went to the next candle. And see, we're stuck inside this range right here. It has not closed in and out of the candle. Now, this big candle here, look at this big candle. So it went from this green candle to this red candle. This is the body of the candle. Now, look. It went all the way up it went from here and started right here, 104, 106. During the first bit of the 15-minute time frame, it went all the way up to 104,369. By the end of that 15-minute time frame, it went all the way down to 103,695 and finished the 15-minute candle at 103,716. It's a bit of a faker, right? It looks like it's trying to fake out. But now let's watch these candles. I'm going to pull it over now to closer to real time. Watch the candles. Now right here is important. We finally broke, and now we're in a whole new, we're definitely out of this zone. You see that? We're definitely broke the zone right here. Broke that zone, right? So now, if you were interested in taking a scalp short, that'd be the time to do it. Not financial advice, but hey, okay, it's time to get in. Looks like it's going to go down, right? That's the idea, okay? So we're watching it. See how it's going down now? That's the idea. It doesn't always happen perfectly like that. See how it goes back up and tests again? I actually added more to my position here, because I know this was a resistance zone. And then look at this. Here we go. We definitely got a drop. Boom, boom, boom. Now look at this. I'm still in this scalp. I'm still in this scalp short, right? So I don't know. It can be really fascinating if you're into that kind of stuff. Maybe it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you. This is a wonderful, wonderful scalping tool. But then I always like to go back and check in with I want to pull up my scalp, because I have a scalp chart on the levels just to show you this is on the 4-hour time frame. So sometimes I really like to zoom out, because sometimes when you play those 15-minute time frames, it goes really fast and I just get better results. I love the 4-hour time frame, which really turns it into more of a swing trade, because sometimes the trade will last for a few days. So this is what I'm watching at on the 4-hour time frame, right? So we have a strong level of resistance in the red. You can see it. So from on the 4-hour time frame, and then I'll leave us with this. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a strong level of resistance from about 103,700, so 103,700 to about 105,700. That's our resistance. Will we go back down and test the 4-hour support? I don't know, but I hope so, because I'd rather accumulate in this range than in the resistance range, but that's the story for another day. 95,750 is the bottom of this first level of 4-hour support, and 97,000-ish is the top range. So 96,000 to 97,000 is a nice level on a 4-hour support. And the resistance support is right around 104,000 to 106,000, or 105,700. So that's your thoughts on that. Anything you'd like me to cover? If you have any questions for in the future, just please leave a comment, and I'm happy to talk about it. I'll do the best I can. So in closing, Bitcoin isn't just an investment, at least for me. It's a movement toward financial empowerment and innovation. With tools like SwipeCoin, Levels, and guidance from the Iovia's live educators, navigating this space becomes more accessible for all of us. Whether you're just starting or looking to deepen your understanding, remember, it's still early and the opportunities are vast. Let's embark on this journey together. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.